Hiya guys, today we're going to talk about your desk setup at home. Now obviously with COVID happening at the moment, a lot of people are having to make do and work from home at the moment to protect themselves, which is really important in these times. However, what we're seeing a lot in here at the clinic is because of that, obviously not the ideal, potentially the ideal setup. You're having to sort of make do with what you have. You might find that problems like neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, headaches may be starting to develop because of how your sort of current home setup is. So what I thought I'd do for today is very briefly go over what sort of things you should be looking to do to make sure you minimise any potential injury or issue from your home setup. So first of all, I imagine many of you are working on a laptop. It's hard to have the laptop in a position where you're not rounding or sort of looking down at the screen. See, if I sat now, see how my body is kind of already in a slightly rounded position. My head is also pointed down at the screen, which again, with time, you may start to feel some neck pain and some sort of shoulder pain, headache, that sort of thing. So what you want to do, first bit of advice, grab yourself a big chunk of books, chuck the laptop on top, maybe just the screen a little bit. What you want ideally is the top of the computer screen should be at eye level, okay? Then what you want to do, grab yourself a keyboard and mouse. You can get these external ones quite cheaply, plug it in, and then away you go. So you're not actually using the keyboard and the mouse on the laptop at all. You're just using the screen as kind of a, that's what you're looking at. You're not actually leaning over. Now, what you want the mouse and keyboard, you want it to have so as your arms drop to the sides. That's where the keyboard and the mouse should be. Not far forward like this, and then you're doing paperwork, because again, what you'll start to do is you'll start to round. You see how my body's start to come forward. So instead, you want to be nice and upright. Chair, so keyboard and mouse here, and then you can look at the screen. I'd also advise, if you are doing more periods of sitting at your chair, I recommend every sort of 45 minutes to an hour, just get up, literally only for a couple of minutes, just get a drink of water, a cup of tea, just do something that breaks up that cycle of sitting. So you might find, even if you're in this ideal setup, with time, you might start to drop into slightly bad habits and bad positions. So the more upright you can be, the better. I'm just using a stool here in the clinic, but really that isn't ideal if I was going to be sat for long periods. Really, you want to have a good office chair with a good lumbar support, or if it doesn't have good support, get yourself a couple of cushions or support cushions just to put in the small of your back here, which will help to keep you a bit more upright. Because one of the reasons why you slump is because you essentially want to feel the back of the chair and your lower back, so you start to press in, which brings everything else forward. So that can really help as well. If you want a desktop computer, ideal, because it makes it even easier for you to get the screen the right height and to get the keyboard and mouse in the right position. Final thing to note as well, going back to the chair, is the height of the chair. Now most office chairs nowadays are adjustable. You can sort of change the height of them. What you want to have is that your hip needs to be at least the level of your knee, if not above it. If it's too low, what tends to happen is you start to again increase the flexion around and through your spine, which can create problems. So I hope that's just helped. Should you have any further questions, then obviously leave a comment in the message, message thing below. Or if you've got any questions that you'd like to answer more specifically, then get in contact with us by calling or emailing. We'll be happy to answer any queries you may have. But I hope it's been helpful, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you.